You can't touch the road.
Yeah. Look. I mean, yeah, that's pretty sweet. We're out here walking around Sema to find you guys the coolest cars in our eyes that we found here at Sema this year for 2021, and we just stumbled across a car that we've been trying to hunt down for a while. We were in LA a few months ago and our trip got cut short and we weren't able to see these guys, but the 2JZ Lambo is something that certainly caught our attention online when we saw posts about it. So we're gonna get the full story on this thing. Look at the power plant in here.
Yeah, you can't. That's the thing, you can't.
So are you Bryce?
I am.
Kyle, nice to finally meet you.
Dude.
We wanted to link up about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It didn't work out, so I'm glad we waited because the car's here.
Yeah, you would have seen it when it was the ugly orange and all
That's
that.
right.
So it just got completed.
And I came here looking for an orange car because I hadn't been keeping up to date on it. But it's here, the 2JZ Lambo.
Yep.
Big turbo Lambo too.
Biggest turbo I could put on it, yep.
So I've been waiting for this moment to get the full story on this and why the heck you put a 2J in a Lambo. So let's hear it.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny how it worked out. I wasn't even really like looking for the next build because I wasn't even done with my drift car yet. At the beginning of 2020, before all the COVID hit, I was looking on eBay, found a shell, a Gallardo shell, you know, because it was perfect on the outside, but it was a complete shell. And I sent it to my brother and I was like, how cool, like complete joke, you know, how cool would it be to put like a 2JZ in it? And I asked a couple other people and they were all like, dude, you know how much, no, like don't do that.
I've had plenty of those thoughts too for different platforms and I've always said no.
Yeah, and he was like, they're all like, terrible idea. I was like, thank you for convincing me because now I'm going to do it.
Yes.
So within 7 days, I was out here in Vegas picking it up from Royalty Exotic Cars, and yeah, I just started working on it. We just jumped right into it.
So what was the first part of the build? I see you got a lot of structural bracing and like...
Yeah, so the first part was kind of like, all right, let's get the 2J in there.
Okay.
And
got it mocked up.
Yeah, so when I got the car, it came with the trans. He threw in the trans gearbox. We had that. So the first step was, you know, let's get the adapter plate to get them together, and let's see how much room we got to play with.
What transmission's in here?
It's the Gallardo one.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The Gallardo, the automatic?
No,
or the gated. This is a gated 6-speed?
Yeah.
Really?
We gotta have the gated. We can't have automatic.
Okay. All right. This just got so much cooler.
Yeah. From there we kind of like put the engine in, and we were like, the engine was going to stick in like 8 to 6 inches inside the cabin.
Holy crap.
So we already had to move the firewall forward, but then we were like, you know, we can't have it that far. It would literally be against my back.
You'd have to move the steering wheel up and you'd be sitting in an awkward position.
We stretched the frame like 4 to 5 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
So that explains all this bracing down here, all the new...
here is actually, because this
whole new chassis
would have stopped right there. So we added that right there in. So that's why when you look at it from the outside, you can tell something's off. You're like, why is it so long? Because this is the side script, the OEM one. And
oh, wow. So that's where the factory wheel well starts.
It was.
Yeah. So is it all stock chassis, or do you cut a bunch out of the back and redo it all?
So we just stretch it, but the rest of the rear end is the stock chassis. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it surprisingly looks great. Yeah,
it does. So are you planning on drifting this? What's the purpose?
Maybe not full on drifting and maybe not full on, you know, racing it and all that, but like we built this for a street car. I want to be able to have fun on Saturday, Sunday, go drive it down Highway 1, enjoy it. Hoonigan wants me to do this versus that, so do that. Of course, shred some tires, but so a little bit of everything.
Love it. I love it. So you mocked up the 2J, figured out how long the chassis needed to be. From there, what was the next part of the project?
From there, we were working on the suspension of like where to put the suspension, and our first idea was to have it across the back. So if you look at older photos, you would see that that's actually where it was, and that was the design that we had for a while until we got to the point of making the exhaust, and it was just right in the way, and it did look off because it was just right in the middle. So then, you know, just kind of brainstorm. Within 1 day, or actually within an hour, we decided to get rid of that suspension, redo the whole suspension again, and to put it right there.
So what are we looking at? What kind of suspension is this? Is there a name for it?
You know, cantilever, push rod.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it a stroker motor or is it stock displacement?
It's stroker.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
So you decided you need some more cubes to spool that bad boy.
Essentially what I did was I got the turbo, and
you built everything around the turbo is what you're saying.
Yep,
I love that.
I did.
I love that.
Literally, everyone's like, dude, don't do that turbo. And even today, they're like, that was a bad idea. And I was like, all right, we got the turbo. Now we got to do anything it takes to get this thing to work. I don't care what do we have to do a stroker kit? Do we have to do a custom header? Anything it takes to make that work, we'll do it.
So, and what size is the turbo?
An 85.
85?
Yep.
That's gonna be good for some power for sure.
Oh yeah.
What kind of power do you think it'll make if you turn it all the way up?
So the engine is built for 1500. I wanted a reliable 1000. I know that sounds crazy, but because it's going to be a street car and because I want to drive it, I don't need to be breaking down on the side of the road. So we built the motor way over than what we need.
So walk us around the rest of the car. What should we know about this? I like the Sena style door panels. That's nice.
Yeah. So kind of what got this was I have a drift car and I cut holes in the door kind of for that reason. I was like, oh, that's cool, you know. And it's a drift car, you know. I don't need windows to come up because when you do that, you have to take everything out. Like it's completely gutted.
Wow. Holy. There's literally nothing in there.
Yeah. So you take away the support bar, you take everything out of it. And even before I cut it, my dad was looking at me, I was like, dude, you sure you want to do that? I was like, we're doing it. Like, look at the rest of the car.
Yeah, you've already crossed that line.
Yeah.
What's another few cuts?
Yeah, exactly. So that's honestly one of my favorite parts. And then, custom wide body fenders.
Yep.
Literally decided this 3 weeks ago to do this. This isn't even like the permanent fender. We were gonna, this is 3D printed. We were gonna 3D print the whole fender.
Really?
Test fit it and then make it out of carbon.
Yep.
But with the Sema crunch, because I was
gonna say.
Yeah, we had 3 weeks. So what they did was they printed a partial, and on top of that, it had to be printed in 3 different sections. So they had 6 3D printers printing this at once. So then they put it all together. Yeah.
And then they fuse them together?
Yep.
Weird.
Yeah.
So this is the 3D printed fender right now?
Yeah.
The prototype?
Yep. So we just wanted to make sure it fit, looks good on the car, because you know, design on the computer looks different than being on the car. So now that we know it looks good, it fits well, we may make some tweaks. Then it's to make a carbon mold of it and make something a lot stronger. 3D printing isn't a long-term solution for
of course.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's here.
Yeah.
It came out great. It's wilder than I even imagined. Because I hadn't looked at pictures for a few weeks. Because I wanted to see it here complete, and it's wild.
Changed a lot.
Yeah, it has. What are all the different companies and people that made this happen and get here?
Of course, my company, number one, funded the whole thing. Govad Wheels helped out with the wheels. Sean did honestly, the car would not be where it's at without him.
What shop is he from?
So he does Mo Better Tuning.
Okay.
Cody has done all the fab work. He was able to build my crazy idea that I had in my head and make it come to life. You know, like with the coil, I was like, I want it here. Is it possible? He's like, we can make it work. We'll make it work. So he was able to make my crazy idea come to life.
Anything's possible at Fabrication.
Yeah. Same with the suspension in the front. We cut out made a custom dash and have the coil.
Jeez. Oh, suspension's the other way here.
Yeah. So there's actually no suspension right there. We just put it right there. So it's a cantilever suspension up front as well.
Mounted vertically up front. That's cool.
And then JD renders. He helped the rendering at the end. BD engineering helped, and then he helped with the fenders and he 3D printed them and all that.
You want to hop in the driver's seat? I want to show us around the interior because I keep looking at it over here while we're talking. You can literally see the engine from inside the cabin. Yeah,
so because I knew I was going to cut holes in the door, I was like, I kind of want to keep that theme, and let's cut holes in the back, because also to be able to do maintenance on it, we can just remove these and be able to work on the front of the motor. Because it's tucked in here so far that this lip covers the front of it. So the only way to be able to do maintenance or anything that we'd have to do.
Oh yeah, and your belt's back here.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so it's for, you know, to be crazy and also to be able to make maintenance a lot easier and not have to pull the engine every time.
I'm sure EMS would love to have a nice access panel behind in my R8.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we got Haltech R5 set there, and yeah, the whole custom dash. I wanted something simple but crazy.
Full interior, I see.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah,
all fabricated.
Yeah, everything is completely custom.
Came out great.
Yeah, couldn't be happier. It's very simple. You know, street arrow steering wheel, street arrow harnesses, tilt seat. Yeah, very.
I love that it's a 6-speed. That's second favorite thing about the car.
Yeah, I mean, having an automatic is not an option. You know, if you're gonna build a car to have fun with, you got
not for a drifter.
Yeah, you gotta.
That's for sure.
Have it. Manual.
Yeah. Anything else we should know about the car?
I mean, you know, street arrow rear end. You know, my company, I designed it. You know, show some support to street arrow.
Sure.
If you want to see some more crazy builds, I got a lot of ideas.
Where do we find you on social media?
My Instagram's JagerBomb142. I don't right now really YouTube because I'm really busy with running a business and building this car. But yeah, I would like to be able to start showing content to people because, yeah, a lot of people would love to learn about this. And just like you know, you can't really find too much information about it.
No.
So that's something I would love to be able to put a lot of time and effort into and create a lot of good content.
Sure. Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of SEMA.
Yeah, thank you.
And enjoy the car. Can we hear it? Is it allowed to start cars up here?
Yeah. I mean, we will. Yeah.
Yes, we have to hear this. I mean, what other reason are we here for, right? Yeah. That's the music I was hoping to hear. It's so cool to hear the sound coming out of a Lambo.
After a year and a half, because when I got the car, it didn't run.
Yeah.
So I didn't even hear it till 3 weeks ago. So yeah, it's the best sound.
Wait till you have a rear view mirror and you can just see this view out your back window.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. People are like, put a big cover on. I'm like, no, I want to see that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. What do you think, Matt?
Oh my god. So it's like, it's gonna sound weird. It's not like a Lamborghini, but like it sounds so good you can't even be mad.
It's nice to be outside and find a car that we like, because inside the show you can't turn them on at all. It's very, very frowned upon. You'll get kicked out. What a badass ride. We've been walking around SEMA the last 2 days to find you guys the coolest shit here. This is definitely towards the top of my list. I'd say I can't choose. Top 5 for sure. But we've got plenty of other SEMA videos on our channel from previous years and this year, so make sure to subscribe for more of those. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Scary.